Welcome to another episode of Ben's Carnage. In today's episode, we're playing Formula 1 2015. We're in Austria. We're still yet to get our first victory of the season, so hopefully it's in this race. So we've qualified in 4th position. We're doing a one stop as usual. We're starting off on the super softs and going on to the prime tyres on about lap 8 to 9. So we sit on the grid with Vettel and the 2 Mercedes ahead of us. The lights are about to go out and we're go. We get an okay start, not the best, and a Williams pull up beside me as we brake extremely late and force Vettel out wide. But we get the move done and we stick in 3rd position. So our pace was very good in practice, so I was a bit disappointed as Vettel hits us. Vettel hits us from behind, but luckily does not inflict any damage on him, and he doesn't induct any damage on ourselves, as I believe. So our pace, as I was saying, our pace was about 0.5 seconds off the Mercedes pace, so we were racing Vettel, I believe, to 3rd position. As we go around on lap 3, sitting in 3rd position, Vettel is in 4th and Williams is just behind us. So our pace was not brilliant and it was very disappointing because I really wanted to see if I could get my first race win of the season. So as we come across the line, Vettel got a brilliant exit on lap 5. Our tyres were going off really early. He tried to go down the inside of us. We brake extremely late and go around the outside. We're a bit aggressive, but we really did not want to lose a position as we cut to the end of lap 5. As lap 6, Vettel has got the DRS and he's coming at us like a steam train. He flies down that straight. I go extremely wide and he makes the move stick. So he's up into 3rd position as Felipe Massa. Bottas also gets past me, but I'm thinking I'm having none of that as I brake extremely late trying to get Vettel, but he gets a brilliant exit and gets more traction as I brake too early and could not get the acceleration from that straight. So it comes to the end of lap 6 and our tyres are feeling really horrible right now, so I'm thinking I'm going to make an early pit stop to see if we can get the undercut on Vettel, because on the race pace at the moment my tyres, they were really going off, and if I stayed out any longer I believe I would have lost positions to maybe Bottas behind me and cars further down the stint. So I thought an early pit stop would not hurt at all and I would be on fresher tyres than everyone else, and I believe I should be a lot quicker, but I needed to get out into the gap. As I come out of the pits in the 18th position, I really needed to get ahead of Will Stevens because otherwise he's going to hold me up an absolute treat. So as I come out of the pits, yep, I indeed managed to get ahead of Will Stevens, which is brilliant news because now it's hammer time and I can put down some very quick laps. So if we caught up to the back of the people who hasn't pit, there's Jenson Button ahead and Marcus Ericsson as we brake extremely late, and we take 2 cars under braking there as our tyres are fresh and they're just coming to the end of their stints as we try to go around the outside of Maldonado. But you know what Maldonado's like, you don't really want to try anything risky with him because he'll just completely punt you off the road. So he comes into the pits at the end of the lap, but surprisingly Carlos Sainz was the only one because I believe as we go past him he started on the prime tyres, so he went longer than anyone else, so he's going to be very quick at the end of the race because obviously he will be on the option tyres. So for this audio I recorded it on my Elgato, but it was very jumpy. That's why I've had to remove the audio and do a separate post-com, as I've not really done post-coms that often. Not on Formula 1, I've done it on FIFA a couple of times, so let me know how you think I'm getting on. So it comes to lap 14 and our tyres are absolutely knackered by this stage. I'm thinking I'm not going to catch Vettel and the cars behind me are catching me, and my tyres, I don't want them to blow up like they did to Vettel in real life, so I had to come into the pits to put on some fresh option tyres as I nearly hit the wall and drive like an absolute arsehole. So as I come into the pits, I'm thinking, hopefully I can still get some points in this race, because my pace was, I could have probably maybe stayed out till the end, but I didn't want to risk anything with my tyres. So that's why I pitted, and I thought it would be exciting to try and overtake some people. So as we come out of the pits, we come out in 9th position behind Max Verstappen. So I'm thinking I need to hunt down the Dutchman and see if we can get some stellar points. My tyre wear was really bad. I don't know why. As we get a brilliant exit and we get the DRS on Max Verstappen, we're going to look down the inside, but he cuts us off as we're well too far back. But again, we're attempt number 2. This time we're a bit closer. We got the DRS, we've got the slipstream, and we dive bomb it down the inside, and we make the move stick. So we're up into 8th position. And now we're hunting down Nico Hülkenberg in 7th, as we get an absolute brilliant exit because our tyres are fresh and we are much faster than Nico Hülkenberg, and he brakes really early and I nearly go into the back of him. And again, twice he brakes extremely early, but I get a better exit than him. I've got DRS and surely he's going to be mincemeat down this straight. So I fly down the straight, I dive bomb it, and I'm up into 7th position. So I'm up in 7th, Perez is up the road, but he was just too far. So Nico Rosberg wins the Austrian Grand Prix, which nearly happened in real life, but he tried to run Hamilton off the road. Let me think what you thought of that race in the comments below, because I believe 100% it was Nico Rosberg's fault. And the stewards did as well, but they didn't really give him any kind of penalty. They gave him a 10-second penalty, which did not impact his position because he was a long way ahead of Daniel Ricciardo. As we come across the right line to finish in 7th position, which is extremely disappointing after our practices, as we were 2nd in practice. But what really hindered our progress was our tyre wear. I mean, I was pushing on Rich, but I really didn't know that our tyres would run out after about 4 or 5 laps, and maybe in hindsight I should have stuck out a bit longer and just pitted a bit late, but yeah, you never know. So yeah guys, if you enjoyed the episode, smash that like button, comment below if you have a good day. Remember, let's get carnaged.